What a great discussion that we've got going on in the Deepening the Engagement Forum. Um, the stories that are particularly poignant to me, Linda, your story about the cohort that was complaining, and there was that one student who just seemed to be dragging the rest of them down. And I really appreciate the wisdom in how you turn that around. It just speaks a lot to the power that we have to kind of shape our students' whole perspective of a course or a program. And your students, all of them, especially the student who was having the difficulties, are so fortunate to have you. We're fortunate to have you as an instructor. And Deb, the story that you told about being removed from the class was a little bit horrifying. I hated to read that. But I wanted to share a little bit of my experience. It's not so much about a bad experience or a good experience that I've had in discussion forums, as much as it is that I had a whole program with no experience in a discussion board. So you may have noticed from my bio that I graduated this past spring with a degree in instructional design from Western Governors University. It is a competency-based program, and I really love the program from top to bottom. I had a wonderful student mentor that stayed with me throughout the program and with every course. She was fantastic. Her name was Rachel. And then I had instructors, or course mentors they were called, in individual courses, but it wasn't a cohort model. Though the program overall is wonderful, believe it or not, they did not have regular discussion forums. And it was indeed a little bit isolating. I feel like I love to learn from my colleagues. I love teaching this course because I learn so much every time I teach the course, and I just soak all of the experiences up from my colleagues that take this course alongside me, the IoT. But in my master's degree online, they didn't do those discussion forums, and I feel like I missed out to some extent. Again, it was a great degree. Well, it was very rigorous, but that discussion component was missing. And quite frankly, I think my experience would have been that much more wonderful if there had been discussions. There really wasn't much of a community of inquiry. We did have chats in each course where we could kind of post to each other asynchronously, but it wasn't utilized much. And if one course or if students don't tend to use it a lot, then it just doesn't get used much at all. Because as you can see from our discussions, and any discussion you've participated in as a teacher, the more you participate, the more others participate, the more it kind of brings you in. So discussion forums and engagement, they are just an essential part, not only of the community of inquiry, but just for the educational experience in general. I don't know. I had a wonderful experience at Western Governors. I learned a lot. I had wonderful teachers, wonderful student mentors, but I didn't interact a lot with my colleagues, and I missed it. So just remember, as you're going through the weeks and engaging your students in discussion, it's a really important part of their education. And don't feel too bad if you're not pulling as much engagement from your students as you think you should or even want to. It's you're helping them. You are adding to their educational experience by participating and encouraging others to participate.